Hello and welcome back to Always Right. Today I'm joined by the incredible Addie.
Again, hey.
I was gonna say something more in depth, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they know who you are. I don't really have to say much
Yeah,
else. How are
I hope
you?
that I'm great. Feeling really good.
We had a little bit of drama today.
Who did me?
Us with the Woolworth
Oh, with
thing.
Woolworths.
Yeah.
I hate it. I'm never doing it again, ever.
Tell the story of what happened.
So, I did a click and collect order for Woolworths, and so it sent me a message being like, "Oh, it's ready now," and I was like, "Okay, sweet." And it's like on the app for it, it's like, "Oh, you click a button that says I'm here."
Mm-hmm.
So I drove to Woolworths, and this is illegal, sorry.
Oh,
I
maybe.
clicked the button while I was driving because there's no internet inside.
Okay. How about you
Um,
were parked and the
I was
car?
parked near Safeway,
Yeah, yep.
and then I drove into Safeway. So I was like 20 seconds away when I pressed it.
Uh-huh.
And then I went in, and I realized that it didn't work. So I was sitting in there,
Oh, I
and
see.
it's underground, so my internet doesn't work. They have
Yeah.
Wi-Fi in Safeway, and I was trying to connect to it, but I was too far, so
Hmm.
that wasn't working. I had really bad internet. It. I messaged Charlie to help me because there was a number.
Always. I'm always there to help.
Always. Yeah, there was a number on the like above where I was parked to call to get the order, and I tried to call it, but it immediately didn't work because my internet was so bad. So I messaged Charlie to ask to call,
Right.
and then
Wait, I have a question. You don't need internet to call someone. Was the reception bad?
yeah, that's what I meant.
Yeah, okay, yeah,
Um, which is why my internet was also bad because the
yeah.
reception was bad.
Yeah, I see.
Um, yeah, and then Charlie called and it didn't work. And I was so confused. I was pressing the button for so long, and I was like, the point of this is that I don't have to go inside. I don't want to go inside.
And then while we
And I
were
was
on the
sitting,
phone, I heard the woman come and you were like, thank you.
yeah, but I was like waiting there for like 5 minutes, and I also left and I went to Coles because I needed to get a egg thingy. Anyway, and then I came back and it still like wasn't ready, and it was so annoying.
Wait, where at Woolworths do you have to wait to get?
Underground. It's like the first two parks closest to
Oh, I see. I see.
the thing.
Yeah, so that was so much fun. You know what I was thinking about today is that I don't know your phone number. Do you know my phone number?
What, off by heart?
Yes.
No. Why would
You know
no,
Claire's?
no, I don't.
Oh, you know her home phone number.
Um, I know her home phone number. I might know her. I used to know it because it was Claire and someone else who I was good friends with. Both had each other's home numbers in their mobile phone numbers, or like part of like the last
Really?
part of it or something.
I see. Who are you talking about? Our old friend?
No, no, my friend. I mean, you were friends with her, but you weren't like friends with her.
Whom? Don't say their name.
Um, I, um, like I was really, really good friends with her in grade 6 and like year 7 youth group. I went to her house on Wednesday nights. um, has a younger sister with the same name as said person earlier.
Yeah.
Do you know who? I
That's
was
who I
like
was.
obsessed with her cousin.
Yeah, okay, yeah. That's who I was thinking of. Not from the beginning. I was thinking of someone else, but yeah, right.
Yeah, Yeah, so
Okay.
Claire's mobile number has her home number in it.
Oh,
And that
I
person's
see.
mobile number used to have Claire's home number in it.
Right. Do you have a landline?
I do, yes.
Do you use it?
I personally never use it ever. I used it once the other week because a number called me and I didn't want to call them
Yeah,
from my
right.
mobile, so I called them from the landline.
But like, do you hear it ring? Like, do people call it?
Yeah, not really. I mean, there's a few people that call for my dad, but that's and then like telemarketers. I don't know. I don't know why we have one. Just get rid of it, honestly.
Yeah, see, I haven't had a landline since 2013. Like
Yeah, I just don't
before
see the
my
point of it. If
parents
you have
got
a mobile
divorced.
phone,
Yeah. And because I've lived in like 5 different houses since then, I'm just like, there's no
or
point
if
in.
you have like a home business or something, I get it.
Yeah, that makes sense. But I just feel like you if you have a mobile phone, you don't really need a landline.
Yeah, I agree
Although I do
completely.
remember on landlines in primary school, I would call like friends on the landline before I had
Oh,
a.
no, it's same. I always used to call Claire all the time.
You see, that's cute. Or I remember like phone boxes, like 1-800 reverse.
I know that was the best, but also, do you know what I just remembered?
What?
I used to call Claire so much on on her landline that Margaret or Matt would pick up and they'd be like, "Hey, Addie." Like I'd just say hi. They'd be like, "Hey, Addie." I'd be
Oh
like,
my god, I love that.
I mean, I feel like they would still know. Have I told you a story about this? Does not have. Well, it kind of does because I called Claire's landline. But at
Mm,
school, when I was sick one time,
yeah.
my parents weren't answering. Did I tell you the story?
And you called Margaret?
Yeah, and she came and picked me up.
But did she pretend she was your mom? Or
No,
she
they
was.
knew.
Oh, right.
I think it was an emergency contact form. No, the other person's mum was an emergency contact for me.
Oh, right. I
I don't think she
see.
was. I think they just didn't care.
Yeah. But did you ever have to leave? Why did you leave school? Because you were sick.
Because I was sick.
What type of sick?
Probably tonsillitis.
Oh, you were a big tonsillitis person.
I was.
How
I
many
remember once
times did you have
I
it?
had, oh, so many. Like at least 4 times a year.
That horrific. I'm so glad I got mine out when I was a baby.
I have mine out now.
True, that's all that matters. I don't think I have ever left school because I was sick. In primary
Really?
school or high school. I don't think so.
It's insane. I left so often from being sick. I walked home once because I was sick and no one could pick me up.
Oh, but were you actually sick or you just wanted to like skip school?
No, I was actually sick. I never skipped. I never pretended to be. Um, if I was sick, like if I had
Was
tonsillitis, I
yeah.
would put an extra day on or something. But I would
Oh
never be
yeah, of
like
course.
randomly, "Oh, I'm sick," but I'm not.
Right. I feel like I remember in primary school, I remember being like in the first aid room, but I don't remember why I
Yeah,
was there.
the first aid room in primary school. Wow,
I'm trying to think why I was there.
I missed so much primary school from being sick. So
Did you?
much.
Well, I mean, we did have.
I was in hospital a lot.
Why?
I had stomach issues.
Oh, I think
They
I
never
did.
found out why.
I think I did know that.
Yeah, it was really
I remember in primary school, and if you stay tuned, we have an episode coming out all about primary school with Claire. That's coming soon. Um, I someone that we, or not that we were, not that we were friends with her, but I used to go to her house all the time. And I think okay. When when I went for a walk with you and Claire the other day, I said that's her house. We walked past her house. Do you remember?
When you went for a walk with us the other day, you
Not
mean like 2 months ago?
yeah.
Um,
near near
is
what's
it
many heights?
wait? Is it the same name of the person who I used to be best friends with in primary school?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Gotcha.
remember one time we were doing something. I can't really remember what, and she fell over and like dislocated her like kneecap. I don't know if you were there, but
I
she was
don't remember.
screaming. And I had to like help her to the first aid room. So maybe that's why I was there. Because I never hurt myself. I don't think.
Oh my god, you were such a good child.
Yeah, what happened to me? But what about in high school? Also remember in high school I went to the first aid room, but I don't know what it was for. I can't remember.
I did. I faked a lot of sickness to go to that first aid room.
Oh,
I
I know
really
why.
didn't.
Is that because of
Do you?
because of
No, I just didn't want to do science.
oh, I thought it was because of that individual
I don't know who I'm talking about.
who
Are
had
you
an
talking?
office near the first aid room.
Oh, the IT guy.
Yes.
I don't even remember his name, but no, that was not Wright.
Jaden.
That's right. Oh
Why was
no,
there a
I just
first aid room like behind the office? Isn't that weird?
no, it makes sense.
But you
Because
have to like
like
go
they're
through the
checking.
office to get there. It's kind although unless you go through the back entrance, I guess. That's probably
But
all
did we
changed
have,
now.
did we have a first aid officer?
I don't think so. I remember the one time I went there, Mrs. Rocker was dealing with
Oh
me.
bless her soul.
But yeah, good
Oh,
old high school memes.
I'm just like remembering that whole office area, and I'm like,
I can remember it like vividly.
I remember the timeout room,
I
and
was
then you
gonna
walk
ask
through
about time out.
that little hallway
Hallway.
with the microwave.
Yep, I remember.
You go out, and it's Robbo's office,
Hmm.
and you walk down. And it was who was the? I mean, Rocker, I suppose, but who was the guy? What was his name?
Blacken?
No, he
Who?
was like tall, glasses,
I know who you're talking
white,
about. I can't remember his name though.
and then it was Mr. Lucas,
Yeah.
and then it was um guidance counselor woman who I don't remember the name of.
I remember she was not nice.
She was the worst.
Yeah.
Um, and then it was the two first aid rooms,
Yeah.
or was it in between that?
No, I think it was next to each other, the two.
I don't know, as in like, was it the guidance counselor's office and then the first aid rooms, or was there an office between?
Oh, I don't know. But I was gonna say, did you go to timeout? You did.
Once
Can
in year
we
seven.
explain to the listeners what timeout is? Because I don't think it's a thing that they have at.
It sounds so childish, hey?
It really does. But it's
Okay,
just
sit in the
like
corner.
it's like a room for detention, but teachers can send you there in the middle of a class if you're misbehaving.
It's not really meant for detention. Detentions are usually in classrooms because they're either on lunchtime or after school.
Yeah, but I don't really. It is like a timeout. Like a literal
Yeah,
time.
usually if you get in trouble in class and you're like disrupting the class, they'll say go to the timeout room. So you take all your stuff with you and you go to the timeout room, which
And
was
you like
next to the
finish your
office.
work.
And there's a teacher assigned to sit in there.
But I also remember if you were late in the mornings, you had to like sign in there.
Oh, you did too. I thought I was at the
Yeah.
office.
But I feel like they stopped doing that, and then eventually you just had to sign in like in the office. Right? Yeah, I never went to timeout because I was a good child.
I went once, and it was because I played soccer on the weekend. It was like a Monday, and I hurt my coccyx bone. And because the ground was carpeted, it was a lot softer to sit on. So I sat on the ground, and the guy, because we had those crappy plastic chairs, and we had a substitute teacher, and he was like, "You need to sit on the chair," and I was like, I was like, "I can't. It hurts."
Was this like it really maths?
I can't remember. Oh,
I remember the guy had blonde hair and he had glasses.
He had like peroxide blonde.
Yeah.
Like blonde. Yeah. Yeah, and I was like, I can't sit on the chair, it hurts too much. And he was like, go to timeout room for talking back to me, and I was like, fine.
The power went to his head. He was like, we were like, who are you?
Yeah, literally.
But do you remember Enviro and Courier?
Oh my god. Yes, I do.
They're so weird. Why was that a thing?
Did you do the Courier?
Yes, but Enviro
stopped.
Yeah, but I also don't think they do Enviro anymore either, do they?
Oh, probably not. It was stupid.
Enviro was where like every for one day, was it like every term or every semester? I don't really remember, but every like second period of one day, like of a certain period, you and one other person would go with like those little picker up things and just go pick up rubbish for a whole period.
Yep. I remember I got in trouble once because someone was sitting outside and they were crying. And I went up to them and I sat with them to make them feel better. And someone came out and like, you're about to be drinking Enviro. And they got me in trouble. I think I got detention. No, I didn't get detention.
Who was crying? Don't say their name.
No, I can't remember.
Oh, just some random.
Yeah. Well, it was someone I knew. I just can't remember who it was.
Right. I remember I did Enviro with Jake one time. And we just like did nothing.
I did it multiple times. I did it like 4 times or 5 times.
I only think I did it like twice in total.
But I remember doing it when we were in year 8.
That's also when I did it, I think.
Homeroom teacher really liked me, so they let me do it more.
Oh. Moving on.
Did you ever get a detention or a suspension or a...
Yeah, not a suspension. I'm not bad like you. But you only had like a 1-day suspension, right?
I had a 3-period suspension.
Yeah. That's what I meant. What was that
Not
for?
even a full day.
Was that for pushing?
No. Do you want to hear the story? So funny.
You told me this story like 10 times, but yes, continue.
I'll use code names. So there was... Okay, on like my side, so it was like a little team we had. It was myself, and then we'll go Carl and Lenny.
Okay.
And then on the other team, it was Homer. Just using Simpsons characters.
But I'm in my mind, I'm connecting who Homer looks like. I'm like, I don't know.
You know who Homer is?
Does this person look like Homer?
No. I'm just using the names.
Is it a guy or a girl?
A guy.
A bad person?
Nobody liked him. He didn't have any friends.
Oh, I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Okay, so we were in the hallway. we were in a hallway near the library, which was like probably the biggest hallway in the school. Like,
Oh,
width
yes.
and
I used to hang out there frequently.
yeah. So we were walking through there, and they were just having like Lenny, Carl, and Hobart were having words with each
Oh,
other,
okay, I'm remembering. Yeah, yes, okay.
and Homer decided, nah, fuck this, I'm gonna do something about it, and ran up to Lenny, and was like, tried to like punch him. So I pushed him out of the way. I don't know why. Could be being all hero like and whatever.
Yeah, go you.
I pushed him out of the way. And then Carl ran up to him and started fighting him, and then one of them got kicked in the balls. I can't remember who.
I just have a question. Are Lenny and Carl, did I go to France with them?
Yes.
Both of them?
Wait. No, one of them.
Which one? Wait, is the other person... Wait, did I go to Bali with one of them?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, got it. Continue. Yeah, right. That's what I thought.
Anyway, and then Homer went and told the who was she to us at that point? She may have been the year level coordinator. I can't remember who she was. The American lady teacher.
Okay, yep.
Anyway, so he went and told her, and it was really weird. Like it was like an interrogation. It was so strange.
Wait, was this
so she pulled me out
like
of class.
during a class or at recess?
No, it was during a class. We were going to the library to do something.
Oh, right.
So she pulled me out of class. Well, she pulled us all out of class separately, to us all. And I lied and said I didn't do anything. And I must have been the first person she spoke to, because she go, okay, whatever, sent me back to class, and then spoke to Lenny and Carl, and then pulled me back out, and she was like, you lied to me, you pushed him, you were involved in a fight. I was like, well, no, I didn't. I was like, I did lie, but I wasn't like involved. I was pushing him off because he was going to punch, and she goes, I don't care, you lied to me, clearly it's not like you say or whatever. And I was like, yeah, because I'm just a violent person. I definitely just wanted to push him because for no reason, sure.
Wait, but why did they rat you out?
I don't know. I feel like they probably just assumed because she'd already spoken to me that
She knew.
she
Yeah.
knew. Because obviously, like, had said that.
So that's why you got
A
suspension.
And that's why I got a suspension. And I remember it, and I was so scared to tell my mum and my dad. I cried in class.
Oh my God.
And the funny thing about that is, it was history, right?
Uh-huh.
I remember it vividly. It was history. And it was with the teacher who I'm family friends with. Yep. And he was like, what's wrong? And I was like, I don't want to tell you. You'll tell my mum.
Oh.
Oh, that was funny. And then I had a
Wait.
detention for slapping someone.
Yeah, yes, I remember that. I love how you say you're not violent and you just give 2 instances of where you were violent.
Hey, the first one I was trying to break up a fight. The second one...
Don't say that they deserved it.
No, absolutely okay. Not what I was going to say.
Okay.
Someone told me to do it. And I was like, I want to be cool, so sure. And I did it, and I
the struggle.
It felt really bad.
Oh my God. I had a detention for not bringing my PE uniform. And I literally just sat in Mr. Anderson's office inside the old gym. Someone else was there. I can't remember who it was, and I just had to write like, I will remember my PE uniform like 50 times. And then I had another detention. I only had 2 detentions total, but the other one, I can't remember what it was for, but I was with a group of other people, and I think the American teacher was the one in charge of that. And we just went and picked rubbish up for like an hour.
I remember now, I had another detention as well. I cannot, it must have been PE related because I had it at lunchtime and it was with the PE teacher. And I remember it so vividly because it was on my birthday.
Oh God, that sucks.
And I told her because I was obviously because you get money for lunch on your birthday.
Of course.
I told her that it was my birthday,
Mm-hmm.
and she not only got me out of fifth period, she also bought me a Slurpee and was like, "It's fine, you can go into the." She was in the timeout room. She goes, "Come into the timeout room, get your lunch from the canteen, and here's your Slurpee."
What was her name? I remember who it is, but what's her?
Misplace.
Yes, that's right. Because she looks like this actress called Olivia
Mhm.
Wilde. Anyway,
And in my suspension, oh my god, teachers loved me.
they really did. They did.
In my suspension, I was sitting so opposite Robbo's office was a table,
Mm-hmm.
like a desk, and the start of my suspension was to like close all the envelopes or like put stuff in envelopes and close them or something. I don't know. There was a lot of them. But during this, Robbo was in his office and he came out and he was like bringing me like lollipops and like lollies and all this stuff.
Oh.
I was like, I don't understand. Like I'm in a suspension, but you're rewarding me.
He was a legend, though.
He was. He was so good. God, high
Um,
school was pretty fun, you know?
it was fun. I do miss it. I miss like the social part of it. I don't really miss. I mean, I do miss some. I miss like lit. I miss some subjects, but like I wouldn't go back.
I miss history.
Yeah, right, fair. Anyway, do you feel like I'm gonna get if a future employer looks at this and they're like, Charlie, you had a detention in high school? that's, that's probably so
No,
stupid.
I feel I mean, especially for getting your PE uniform.
Yeah, I
Sure.
never did anything bad. I swear.
Oh, if your employee listens to this for me, I'm fucked.
Yeah, true. So Emma Roberts is pregnant.
Oh, and I'm so happy. Oh,
So am
I love
I.
her.
I didn't
I
really.
mean, I probably shouldn't love her because of her past, but whatever.
Let's not get into that. It's a whole other thing. But I really like Garrett Hedlund.
I no clue
Did
who
you not
he
know who he
is.
was before they got together?
Nope. Does that really surprise you though? Like
No,
honestly,
it doesn't. He used to date Kirsten Dunst, who I love.
I did know that
Oh, you do know things.
for 4 years. No, I only know that because I looked him up after there was an announcement. I didn't even know they were dating until everyone was like, "She's pregnant."
That's how I feel about Gigi Hadid. I did not know that her and Zayn were A, back together, and B, having a baby.
Okay, yeah, I knew both of those. Huh.
I feel like I was just on Instagram and like someone reposted a photo of her and I was like, oh my God, she's pregnant. And then I go to her thing and she posted these photos like a week ago. I was like, how did I miss that?
See, I was like there for the whole ride. I remember when it started, and then
Oh,
someone
I wasn't.
like they were leaking it, and then she had an interview with whoever it was, Jimmy Fallon or whoever, and she was like, "This isn't the way that I wanted to announce it, but yeah, I'm having a baby." And I was like, "Oh my god, you go, girl!"
Where was I? I did not know any of that.
I'm so surprised. You know everything.
And then I go through her thing and she posted a photo with Zayn and says like baby daddy. And that was months ago. I'm like, what? Where have I been? How did I not see that?
I want to see a photo of Sophie Turner's baby.
Oh, true. I love her. I feel like so many people having babies. Did you know about? I know you don't like Ed Sheeran, do you?
I don't not like him.
Do you know
I
what
just don't
his
like.
baby's name is?
No,
Let me look it up.
I didn't even know he had a baby.
He just had a baby. And surprise,
Yeah.
surprise, the name sucks. Hang on.
Honestly, celebrity baby names are the worst.
I do like it though. Okay, you ready? Lyra, Antarctica, Seaborn, Sheeran.
I like most of it except for the Seaborn.
Well, Seaborn is his wife's last name.
Oh. Is it like a hyphenated last name or is it a middle name?
No, I think Seaborn is like the middle name. But Lyra,
Oh.
Antarctica. I like Lyra,
I don't
but
know, like,
Antarctica?
and Antarctica, I don't mind, but together it sounds strange.
It sounds like one of those things where it's like your porn star name is like the first street
Yes,
you lived on and like your favorite food. Like it doesn't. Lyra, Antarctica. That's very interesting.
Katy Perry had a baby.
Why is everyone having a baby?
Literally, so many people. I feel like quarantine's just been like.
True.
Well, we
And
haven't been in quarantine for 9 months.
yeah, I was gonna say what, but Katy Perry's baby is called Daisy Bloom. I like that. Do you not?
Don't mind it, but it sounds a bit like a stripper's name.
I mean, let's not call a baby a stripper, but
I'm not. I'm just saying it sounds.
well, it gives me like Jamie Oliver vibes. How his kids' name are like Poppy, Daisy, some other Daphne, I think.
Poppy just reminds me of Poppy Lifton from Gossip Girl.
I was gonna say, isn't Wild Child?
Oh yeah, her name's Poppy.
Yeah, my
I actually
brain.
watched that not too long ago.
I remember I had a copy of that DVD that someone brought from like Indonesia or something, and it was like filmed like in the cinema on a phone, and it was of really bad quality, and I watched it like 20 times.
I've done that a few times with some movies. I think. Hang on, sorry, I'm moving because I'm seeing if I have it up there. I don't. I thought I did.
Oh.
I get really annoyed at myself because I was like, why did I download it if I have it? But I don't.
But yeah, everyone having a baby. How do you feel about celebrities and having babies? Do you feel like they shouldn't post photos of the kid online?
No, I think it's. I mean,
Because
I don't know. It depends.
I'm thinking of, remember when, was it Kristen Bell who went on Ellen and she was like, I'm never posting another photo of my kids ever again because all the comments just like talk shit about them. And I was like, yeah, I agree with that.
Well, when Kristen Bell does post photos, she does put emojis over their faces, so
Yeah.
could be her.
I just feel like it's,
I think it
know,
depends on the level of
fame.
like, I think for the Kardashians and whatever, it doesn't matter because they're getting papped all the time anyway.
Yeah.
So it's like, well, who cares if they're on social media because there's photos of them in the world anyway.
True.
I think if you're not getting followed around and papped all the time, I think it's probably a good idea to keep them off.
I agree with that. I feel like if you can control or kind of control who like sees photos of your kid without the paparazzi being there, it's like, yeah, I would probably do the same thing.
Well, actually, this just reminds me of have you seen? Okay, you probably, I don't know, Tammy Hembrow.
Yes, she posts a lot with her kids.
Her ex
Reese.
fiance, yeah, his
Yes.
new fiance, London.
Yes.
Have you seen this? It happened yesterday or the day before.
I have not.
She obviously she gets a lot of hate because Tammy has a lot of fans.
Of course.
And she's pregnant now.
Oh, really?
Not London. London's pregnant.
Yeah, no, that's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah, and she just announced it, but a lot of controversy surrounding this because she gets so much hate. She doesn't want to post anything solely related on her pregnancy on her Instagram. So she's made an OnlyFans account for her pregnancy. So people have to
What?
pay to see her pregnancy, and I'm like, very interesting.
I don't know if
Because
that is worthy of controversy.
the thing is, so many people are like, oh, but it's like for sex workers, and it's like,
But
no,
it's not. Yeah.
it's not. But like, obviously, a lot of people assume that it is because it's mainly used by
Yeah.
sex workers. That's why people are like so weird about it. But I'm like, I mean, it kind of makes sense. Like, if she's getting that much hate, haters aren't going to want to pay to see her pregnancy.
That is true.
But then also, it's like, just you could make an Instagram account and only have people, like, just block people who send hate.
Oh, yeah, but like, I think that would take forever. It is hard because I feel like with celebrities, I'm like Chrissy Teigen complains on Twitter all the time. She's like, oh, I blocked 40,000 accounts today. And then she retweets all these people who hate her, and like she like complains about how much it annoys her. And I'm like, if that was me, I just would not look at the comments. And I know that's easy to say, but I really wouldn't. I would just not look.
No, I'm the same. I hate to, like, it's something that really bothers me when celebrities do that, because it's like, going into the industry that there's going to be people who hate you.
I actually don't agree with that. I think in terms of social media, I agree. I'm like, which is bad, but like if you make a social media account and you are relatively famous, I think you have to know that you're going to get a certain amount of hate. But
That's what I mean.
yeah. But I just
Like,
don't think that. I think it's hard because I guess that they want to interact with fans who like them, and it's like you can't really pick fans. Like you have to go through all of it to find people who like you, and then it's like they could just turn the comments off, which Amber Heard has done on her Instagram. Which
has she?
yeah,
I
she
didn't know she
has.
had it.
Yep. Maybe they're
Smart.
back up now, but for a long time she like turned them off.
Because she's a dumbass.
Yep, exactly. Which is like, I don't know. I just think it's hard for celebrities to be like, I don't know. Oh, you know what else this reminds me of is that I listened to this podcast. Oh, the guy whose merch I bought, right?
Mm.
Um, his name is Joe Santagato. For people who are listening, you should go watch his podcast. And he's been like making YouTube and Vines and stuff for years, or not Vines anymore, but and in the beginning of his podcast and his old videos, I'm going to say like 6 years ago, he would have his girlfriend in it, and then I don't know when, but she stopped being in his videos, and he stopped mentioning her, stopped posting Instagram stories and photos with her, like everything. And so I just assumed they broke up, and everyone assumes they broke up, and then I listened to one of his old podcasts, like maybe like 6 months ago, and someone he was interviewing was like, "Oh, does your lady blah blah blah?" And then he like answered it, and I was like, "Oh, does he have a new girlfriend, or is that his old girlfriend?" And then I find his girlfriend's Instagram, and they've been together the whole time, and I'm just like, I find that weird. Is that weird that I find that weird?
No, I feel like it's a bit strange to show someone off and then completely pull the plug
Well,
on it. It's
see,
like,
it's just, and I think I was reading that like trolls came after her or something, like whatever, which I understand, but it's just odd because on her Instagram, she posts photos with him, like posts Insta stories with him at like, so like they were having a dinner the other day, and he was posting photos with all the people there except her, tagged everyone except her, and she posts photos and she tags everyone, including him. I'm like, well, like,
maybe it's probably just because she doesn't have the following
yeah.
of his fans, and he obviously has the following, so she can post. Is she on private? No,
No,
is she
no,
not?
she's like an influencer on Instagram,
Oh, that's really
which
weird.
is odd. And like she comments on his Instagram photos, but he won't comment on hers. It's very just like I want to message him and be like, "Hey, bro, we know you have a girlfriend. Like, just." I just
Yeah,
think
no,
it's
that's
interesting that
weird.
maybe we come from a generation where it's like, if like, and also this guy, but he doesn't follow anyone else on Instagram. He's not following anyone. And then I go to all of his siblings who have like been on his podcast, and they also aren't following anyone. And I'm like, I feel like we just come from a generation where it's like, if I wasn't following like one of my family members, I feel like you'd be like, "Are you okay?" You know
I
what I mean?
mean,
Do you follow your brother and your sister on Instagram?
I do now. I didn't for a long time though.
Okay, maybe that's just in
I
my
I
brain
did.
then.
I was just thinking about that though. Like when I was dating that person,
Uh-huh.
mm,
Yes.
I posted a lot of him, but he never posted anything of me.
Did that make you feel bad?
No, I didn't really care.
I just think it's weird that like we will never like exist without social media again.
Yeah, I love social media though.
So do
With
I, but
love
it's
hate.
kind of like I can't even conceptualize like when you if you get into a relationship with someone and like I can't imagine there not being a thing about like liking their photos or like I mean, I don't care about that, but
How did people date in the olden days?
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like I feel like it was similar before, but like from personal experience, someone in
It's
my
just
life,
yes, keep
what were
going.
you gonna say?
No, no, keep going, keep going.
I'm saying someone in my life told me that they were upset because I didn't post photos with them or Insta stories with them, but I would post with other people. And I
Like
said,
me.
yes, yeah, like you. And I said, but if I was them and someone did that to me, I would I would be like, okay, well that means that they are like they have no interest in social media when they're around me and they're more invested in the moment. That's not how she's
Yeah,
felt, though.
I feel like it depends how long you're together for. Like because you were together for a short period of time, I feel like photos and stuff don't really matter. Like I don't think I posted. I mean, I did take a couple photos before because we were dating 3 months before I went overseas. I took a few photos before I went overseas, but not that many. But I
Yeah.
didn't post anything until his birthday, which was 6 months into the relationship.
Mm.
But I was still overseas at that point, and then like when we were becoming more serious, that's when I started posting more because I was like, oh, we have more time together, so like it doesn't really matter.
Yeah.
And then I ended up living with him, so I was
Okay, we don't have to go too
fine.
deep. But you know what else I think it is? Is that speaking of that YouTuber guy, it's like I think actually that if you don't post photos with someone like from the beginning, when you break up, no one would know.
Yeah,
Whereas it's like the reason why I love social media is you follow people and you can instantly tell when people have broken up. You know what I mean?
yeah,
And it's
yep.
like I guess if you're really private and you don't want people to know that, then you set yourself up so that people can't know. I just
Very
think we
true.
are both very like nosy. Like, do you check who people are following and who's following them? Oh, neither do I. I
Not
do
really.
it
I mean,
for like
sometimes I do it with like
for
um
celebrities. I do it.
for celebrities. Sometimes I'll be like, but it's not like relationships. It's more like any beef. I'm like, oh, I
Yeah,
wonder if
no,
this person
yeah. I do that too.
that happened.
Or it's like if like people from high school or something, if I like go through their profile and they haven't posted a photo with someone that they were with, I would like probably check if they're still following them. Is that weird?
A little bit. I don't really care enough in high school to do that.
No, but see, I don't really care either. I'm just like, I just want to know. I'm just curious.
Also, I feel like if that happens, I'm just relying on you to tell me.
Oh yeah, always. I'm the source of info. But did you have something prepared that you want to ask?
Was I meant to? About
Yes.
Christmas?
Yeah, but
About Christmas?
I was just gonna talk about like how do you think Christmas is gonna be during like or not in lockdown, but like this year because of COVID.
Yeah. Um, I don't know. I think it'll probably be don't see your family, don't see your
I think so
extended
too.
family. I think it'll be
Yeah.
like if you don't live with your parents, that's fine. You can go see them, but not extended family.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But I mean, like, do you have like Christmas traditions or like something that you do every year for Christmas that you probably this year won't be able to do?
The only thing that we used to do Boxing Day, at my
Oh.
aunt's house,
Mm.
um, and then that stopped. And we usually do Christmas Day now at my other auntie's house, which is always fun because it's been warm the last couple of years and they have a pool and a spa. It's been great.
Love
But yeah,
that.
I don't think that will happen, and I'm very sad about it because one time they had catering as well and it was awesome.
Oh. But like, do you always open? Because what my family does is, well, it depends. When you're an adult child of divorce, Christmas is a bit different. Um, Actually, no, that's not true. Sometimes it's the same, but like we normally like spend it at home, Christmas Eve at home, wake up in the morning on Christmas Day, open the presents with like my grandma and like just immediate family, and then for lunch go to like someone on my mum's family side. But like for a while, like I would spend Christmas Eve with either my mum or my dad, and then Christmas Day with my mum's family or my dad's family. But now I kind of am just like, I just can't be bothered. So I just pick one.
Yeah, I do that, do the presents in the morning, and we have to do it earlier now though because obviously Georgie lives overseas and she wants to
True.
call in and do it earlier, which I hate because I don't want to wake up that early.
Oh my God.
Um, but yeah, and then we'd go at like not usually lunchtime. We'd usually have lunch at home.
Oh, like
Oh,
dinner?
actually, so we usually would go for like dinner at whoever's house, but then we would be like bored, so we'd go for lunch. Like it didn't matter when we
Right.
turned
So,
up at
so
whoever's
it
house,
wasn't
it was fine.
planned. You would just be like, I'm just going to go earlier.
So it was basically like, oh, come from like 2 p.m. onwards, and it'll be like,
Right.
snacks and then dinner. But then we would always end up going for lunch anyway. Like they always planned for lunch, but they always said come after lunch.
I love that. That's funny.
But I feel like our family, so it'd be at my cousin's and auntie's house, so that obviously they're there. But our family was the only family that came early. Like everyone else
Oh,
would come on time. We were just like, oh, we're fine, we'll go early.
I love that. I feel like my Christmas last year, because I spent it with like my cousins and like some of my aunties in Germany. That was great. I just like get annoyed by my family Christmases and stuff because my dad has 11 siblings and they all have kids and most of those kids have kids. So it's always too many people. And then my mum and her brother are like really close with all of her cousins. So it's almost like the same amount of people. And I'm like, it's just a lot. And I don't
Yeah,
like Christmas, so
I don't mind Christmas. I like the food on Christmas.
I don't. I
I don't really
don't
care.
like I don't think about do you think about Christmas? Like do you look forward to it?
No, not really.
Neither do I. Do most people? I don't know. If you're listening to this,
Yeah.
write in. I want to know if you look forward to Christmas because I do not.
I feel like most people do. What's your favorite holiday? Oh, Halloween. Never mind.
Duh. I
I
just feel
think
like,
my
I don't know.
favorite
I
is
have never really looked forward to Christmas because I'm not like materialistic. Like, there's never something that I mean, when I was a kid, obviously, like, I remember when I got a Wii for Christmas and I was so excited. But now it's like, I could just buy that. Like, I don't,
yeah. I'm like I don't really like. I would prefer my parents to spend money on themselves than me.
oh, I completely agree. I'm like, I don't need anything. It's all just a
And
want. And I don't want anything either.
I like Easter because it's near my
I
birthday.
don't like Easter either.
I like it because it's 4 days. Hey, sorry, closed dad just walked past.
Oh, I was like, is there someone in your room?
No, no, no. Yeah, 4 days. I mean, I like Easter now a lot because
Penalty
I
rates?
mean my work's closed on Fridays, but Saturday, Sunday, Monday, if I work, I get double pay, and it is hectic. And Sunday pay on like Sunday pay plus penalty rates, the best. So
Oh my
I love
God.
Easter.
Well, can't relate to that. I don't like Easter anyway. I just, yeah, Halloween, the only thing I like. I wish it was more of a thing. And like this year, it's going to be nothing.
I don't like Halloween.
You don't
I
like
don't
scary
like
stuff.
I don't like to be scared. I was talking to this guy who I'm friends with, and he was saying something because his favorite holiday is also Halloween, and he always has a Halloween party all the time. And you guys would get along so great. I should introduce you. Anyway,
You should.
sorry. Um, and he was saying something about how he's gonna scare me, and I was like, I will pee myself, I will poo myself, and I will cry
My
if you try that. And he
God.
was like, oh, okay, maybe I won't try that. And I was like, yeah, don't, because I will be terrified, and I will have a panic attack. Like, no,
My
don't scare me.
God.
Don't do it.
I'm trying to think what I could do for Halloween this year. I always decorate my house for Halloween, even though like nothing really happens. And what else could I do? I was gonna
I
say
think we'll be
we could watch like a scary movie on like a Netflix party, but you won't want to do that.
no. I have to be with people if I'm gonna watch a scary movie. I'm sorry, I can't do that. I'll watch one if we're out of stage 4, stage 3, whatever it is, where you can go to someone's house. I will come over and I will watch a movie with you.
Oh yeah, totally. I'm hoping that.
But you have to check on me when I go to bed. Like the next morning, you have to check on me first thing in the morning to make sure I'm not dead.
My God. Will do. But like realistically, do you think that that's gonna happen before Halloween? Like, obviously we're gonna go to stage 3, but like,
Yeah, which will be at least 6 weeks. What's that? That's
oh yeah, well then
let
by
me do
Halloween we should be out.
let me do maths. Okay, so the 13th, 6 weeks, 1, 2, 3. Okay,
Right?
so yeah, that will be the 19th of October. Will be 6 weeks for
Sweet. Oh man,
stage.
that means my birthday. What even? I don't actually remember like stage 3.
I'm not, I have been looking for presents for you for your birthday.
Oh my God, have you really, Queen?
I, I'm really excited. I hope you like some. I haven't bought anything, but I've looked at stuff and I'm like, oh, that'll be good.
I like whatever. I don't really care. But like, what is stage 3?
Stage 3 is you don't have to stay within 5 kilometers of your house, which is my favorite thing about it
Wait,
because,
but
oh,
you and Claire came over to my house when it was stage 3, right?
no, that was stage 2.
Oh, okay,
I was
right,
still working and everything at that point.
right.
Um, because remember the day after was stage 3, or like 2 days
Yes,
after.
yeah.
Um, you can be outside for longer than an hour. As many people go to the shops as they want in your household.
But like restaurants and stuff are still closed, right?
Yeah, there's not really that much. Oh, like hairdressers will be open again.
Right. You can't see people.
Can't see people. You can, I think, exercise with 2 other people instead of 1 other
That's
person.
good. That's something.
Why does it matter to you? You don't even want to go for a walk with me, you loser.
I do, but I'm scared. If it's
Why?
stage 3, I will, 100%.
Why? You can walk with 1 other person in stage 4. You can also drive to your destination to go for a walk. So I could drive to you and we could go for a walk from your place.
I know that, but it still scares me. I don't know.
Okay, well, when we go to stage 3, we'll go for a walk.
Yeah, 100%. Any other
Anyway.
topics you want to discuss?
No. Oh, actually, yes. It's made me think of it before when we were talking about Amber Heard, because she was in Criminal Minds, and then the
Oh, yeah.
scary stuff in Criminal Minds. I have to stop watching it like 2 hours before I go to sleep because I get too scared.
Oh, my God.
And again, you're gonna hate me for this, but this isn't my fault because like I can't do neck things. But every time there's an episode where it's purely like someone slit their throat, I have to skip it. Like if it's like a side thing, it's like whatever. But if that's the main focus of it, I'm like, I can't watch it. I'm gonna be sick.
Wow, really?
Did you not know I can't do throat things? It freaks me out.
No. No.
Because when I was really young, I was like under the age of 10, like between 5 and 10. I can't remember how old, maybe like 7 or 8. I was at my nana's house with my cousins and stuff, and they were like, oh, we're gonna watch a movie. I was like, okay, and it was R-rated, whatever the fuck that means here. And so I watched the whole movie, and in one of the scenes, they undid a can, like can opener, and they threw the lid part of it at someone, and it slit their throat. And from that day forward, I couldn't do anything throat.
What movie?
I was so young, I have no idea.
Oh my God, that sounds
like this was back in the day when like Blockbuster was like huge, so they'd like get a lot of movies from like Blockbuster.
I miss Blockbuster so much.
Blockbuster was so good, hey.
It was. See, you know what's funny is that I play this game on my Switch called Dead by Daylight, and if I play it like right before I go to sleep, I will have dreams that I'm like in the game, like getting chased by a murderer.
See, that's what I mean. So when I watch stuff, it's not that I'm like that. I mean, I get a little bit scared by it, but like I'm not that scared. But I'll dream about it and then I'll panic.
Right? Yeah. It's always scarier in a dream than it is like in real life.
Yes, although last night I watched it and then I went to go to bed, and Mika came into my room and I didn't know she was coming to my room. So like she was opening the door and I was like, what the fuck's coming into my room? I'm gonna die.
Oh, poor little Mika.
Like the good Xavier's like right across from me.
True.
So I feel fine when he wasn't there last night. So I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. Someone's been stalking me. They know that my brother's not here.
Oh my God.
My thought process. Every time something happens now, I'm always like, oh my God, they're a serial killer. Like today, there was I passed a house and there was like smoke coming out of it, and I was like, they are definitely a serial killer, and they have a crematorium and they're burning someone. I'm like, what is wrong with me? Why do I think this stuff?
But why has Criminal Minds provoked that thought and not like The Mentalist or?
Because when you said it's like The Mentalist, I was watching it and I was like, oh yeah, this is similar to The Mentalist. But the thing is, in The Mentalist, they very rarely show what's the actual, like, the happening of the murders. They just show the after.
True.
So, like, the first scene in The Mentalist is Patrick and everyone, like, at the scene of the dead body. But in Criminal Minds, it's the actual murder taking place.
The actual crime. Yeah. But they don't actually show. Like, I mean, sometimes they do, but it's not, like, graphic.
Yeah, so that's like the biggest difference of it.
My God.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, love that. You don't want them to follow you on Instagram?
Nope. I'm private.
Are you on private? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I changed it.
Okay. Everyone, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Charlie Wright. Charlie has 2 R's in it, and I made an Instagram for this podcast, which is Always Right at Always Right podcast. So go follow that, and I post every time I release an episode. So thank you, Addie, so much for being here. I appreciate the effort.
Anytime.
Okay, until next time, bye.
Bye.